Welcome back to AFT Dice Season 7. It is round 9. Let's go to the first game. It is Brisbane Lions versus the GWS Giants at the Gabba. So we've got third place versus 17th. All right, let's go to the first quarter. And the first quarter's done. We've got Brisbane 1-4-10 to the GWS Giants 2-4-16. Okay, 6 points, the difference, GWS's way. Let's go to the second quarter. And the second quarter's done. We've got Brisbane kicking 6 goals 5 in that second quarter to GWS Giants 5-4. And at the half time, Brisbane are up by 1 point. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, GWS Giants, they've kicked 4 goals 4 to Brisbane 2 goals 2. And GWS Giants are 13 points up. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, Brisbane have just got over the line at home. They've kicked 6 goals 6 to GWS Giants 4 goals 2. And Brisbane win by 3 points. Final scores, Brisbane 15-17-107 to GWS Giants 15-14-104. All right, which puts Brisbane on top of the ladder after that game. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Hawthorn versus Port Adelaide at Marvel Stadium. Let's go to the first quarter. And the first quarter's done. Hawthorn have kicked 3 goals 3, 21 to Port Adelaide 2-3, 15. 6 points the difference. Second quarter, Port Adelaide, they've come out, they've kicked 5 goals 4 to Hawthorn 3 goals 2. And Port Adelaide are up by 8 points at half time. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Port Adelaide have still got their nose in front. They've kicked 6 goals 4 to Hawthorn 6 goals 4, and it's still 8 points the difference, 89-81. Let's go to the last quarter. And in the end, Port Adelaide have won by 20 points. Final scores, Hawthorn 13-14-92 to Port Adelaide 16-16-112. All right. That puts Port Adelaide third on the ladder. Hawthorn at 14th. Let's go to the first quarter, Melbourne versus Sydney, which is the match of the round. Okay, we've got Melbourne. They've kicked 5 goals 1-31 to Sydney 3 goals 1-19. Let's go to this second quarter. Second quarter, Melbourne kicked 1 goal 5 to Sydney 2 goals 4. And at half time, Melbourne are leading by 7 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Melbourne, they've got themselves still in front. They've kicked 2 goals 3 to Sydney 3 goals 1. And Melbourne are still in front by 3 points, 57-54. Let's go to the last quarter. And the last quarter, Melbourne have won it. Sydney have won it by 9 points. They kicked 3 goals 3 to Melbourne, 1 goal 3 in that last quarter. Melbourne final scores 9-12-66 to Sydney 11-9-75. All right, let's go to the fourth game of the round. It's Western Bulldogs versus Essendon. Go to the first quarter. Western Bulldogs have kicked 6 goals 6-42 to Essendon 5 goals 2. 32, 10 points the difference. Second quarter, Western Bulldogs have kicked 6 goals 5 to Essendon 2 goals 3 in that second quarter. At this stage, Western Bulldogs are on target for a perfect 24 goals. All right, let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Western Bulldogs have kicked 4 goals 6 to Essendon 5 goals 6. And Western Bulldogs are still 5 goals in front. Let's go to the last quarter. Last quarter, we've got Western Bulldogs. They've won by 54 points. Okay, let's go to the next game. It's Fremantle versus North Melbourne. In that first quarter, North Melbourne have kicked 3 goals 3 to Fremantle 2-4-16. 5 points of difference to North Melbourne, second quarter. Fremantle have kicked back. They've kicked 5 goals, 3 to North Melbourne, 4 goals, 1. And at half time, Fremantle are leading by 3 points, 49-46. Third quarter, very even. North Melbourne have kicked 3 goals, 4 to Fremantle, 3 goals, 1. And at three-quarter time, it's 68 apiece. Let's go to the last quarter, see who wins this game. And in the end, North Melbourne have won by 6 points. Fremantle just couldn't get over the line to get their second win of the season. Fremantle final scores 11-10, 76 to North Melbourne, 12-10, 82. Let's go to the next game. It's Adelaide versus West Coast Eagles at Adelaide Oval. Adelaide have kicked 2 goals, 2-14 to West Coast, 4-5, 29. These teams are 15th and 16th, second quarter. Adelaide have kicked 5 goals, 2 to West Coast, 1 goal, 4. And at half time, Adelaide are leading by 7 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter. Adelaide have kicked 3 goals, 2 to West Coast. They're 2 goals, 1. And at three-quarter time, Adelaide are leading by 14 points, 66-52 last quarter. And in the end, West Coast Eagles have got over the line. They've kicked 5 goals, 3 to Adelaide, 2 goals, 2. So in the end, West Coast have won by 5 points. Final scores, Adelaide 12-8, 80 to West Coast Eagles, 12-13, 85. All right, let's go to the next game. It's Collingwood versus Geelong at the MCG. We've got Collingwood kicking 6 goals, 5, 41 to Geelong, 5-3, 33 in that first quarter. 8 points the difference to Collingwood. Second quarter, very even. We've got Geelong kicking 6 goals, 4 to Collingwood, 5 goals, 3. And at half time, Collingwood are leading by 1 point, 74-73. Third quarter, Geelong are in front by 6 points, 96-90. Geelong kicking 3 goals, 5 to Collingwood, 2-4. Let's go to the last quarter. And the last quarter, Collingwood have got over the top and won by 13 points. They've kicked 6 goals, 3 to Geelong, 3 goals, 2. Final scores, Collingwood 19-15, 129 to Geelong, 17-14, 116. All right, let's go to the first quarter of Gold Coast and St Kilda. Gold Coast, they've kicked 4 goals, 327 to St Kilda, 2-5-17. That puts Gold Coast up by 10 points. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, Gold Coast, 4 goals, 4 to St Kilda, 4 goals, 5. Half time, Gold Coast are leading by 9 points. Third quarter, we've got St Kilda, they've come out and they've kicked 4 goals, 6 to Gold Coast, 3-4. At three-quarter time, Gold Coast are 1 point up, 77-76. Let's go to the last quarter. And last quarter, St Kilda have just got over the line by 7 points. Final scores, Gold Coast 12-16, 88 to St Kilda, 13-17, 95. All right, let's go to the last game of the round. It's Carlton versus Richmond. And Carlton have kicked 6 goals, 5, 41 to Richmond, 1-6, 12. So that puts Carlton 29 points up at the first break. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, Carlton, they've kicked 3 goals, 5 to Richmond, 5 goals, 6. And at half time, Carlton are leading by 16 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Carlton, they've kicked 5 goals, 4 to Richmond, 6 goals, 6. And at three-quarter time, it is only 8 points. Carlton 98 to Richmond 90. Let's go to the last quarter. Last quarter, Richmond have got over the line by 12 points. They kicked 5 goals, 1 to Carlton, 1 goal, 5. So the final scores, Carlton 15-19, 109 to Richmond 17-19, 121. All right. That concludes round 9 for AFT Die Season 7. We've got Sydney on top, who beat Melbourne. So one of those teams were going to be on top regardless. And then we've got Brisbane second, Port Adelaide third, and Melbourne fourth. The remaining 4 teams in the 8 are St Kilda, North Melbourne, Richmond, and Essendon. Just outside the 8, we've got Geelong in 9th. And then down the bottom, we've got GWS Giants and Fremantle with only 1 win for the season. All right. That concludes round 9. For match of the round for round 10, we've got Port Adelaide versus Brisbane at Adelaide Oval. And then our number 1 offense team is Geelong, who are in 9th at the moment. And then we've got Sydney, number 1 defense team. And Sydney with the biggest winning streak of 5 games in a row. All right, that concludes that round. We'll see you next Wednesday on the 20th of November, 2024 for round 10.